Alright, I have just a little bit of time here. Let me get this music going here. I think that should be good. So I'm going to be playing, I have just a little bit of time here, about a half hour or so. Maybe a little bit longer, we'll see. I'm going to be playing Miss Pac-Man for Sega Genesis. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, but since I don't have too much time right now, I thought this could be a good, quick stream to do. Hey, Fritz. Hey, Apone. Hey, Pregoth. Yeah, so I'm just going to play a quick game of Miss Pac-Man since I don't have a lot of time. So this, just so you know, this will be a short stream. Yes, I'm back. Short live stream, Miss Pac-Man, Sega Genesis. Here we go. One player, Pac Booster. Pac Booster. Always on. I don't know what Pac Booster is. Arcade. Strange. Big. Mini. Oh, you can do all this other shit? Alright, let's see Strange, actually. Let's try that. So we're doing Strange. So if you are watching on Twitch, all of our loyalty badges are based off of Miss Pac-Man. Also, guys, let me know how the sound is, if it's off or anything, because I didn't really test it before I did this. This is just a quick live stream of this very cool version of Miss Pac-Man for Sega Genesis. I don't know what's so strange about this. Maybe just the layout of the level is strange compared to normal. Yeah, I really am at a loss to know what's actually strange about this. There it is. The sound sounds like beep, beep, beep. Cherry is yums. Alright, we're up to Strawberry. See, just like our chat on Twitch, it goes in order. Cherry, Strawberry. And next should be, if I make it there, next should be Orange. We'll see how accurate the Sega Genesis version is to the arcade game, which is what our loyalty badges are based on. The classic Miss Pac-Man arcade machine. And let's eat a strawberry because it looks oh so delicious. Strawberry fields forever. This could be a bad situation. Another strawberry. We're doing halfway decently so far. Boom, 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 boom. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Alright. They should do an HD remake of Miss Pac-Man. Well, they have a lot of versions on Steam, like the Championship and different things. Pac-Man 256. But if you mean specifically Miss Pac-Man, I can see that. Hey, Kaz, Abysmal. Alright, we're up next. Again, I don't know what the hell is strange about this, but... Oh, and look, it is an orange. Actually, honestly, this layout does seem strange. It almost like blocks your path on there. Like right there, I can't go anywhere. I guess they can't either, though. Which is interesting. And there's the orange. Chomping away. Boom, let's have an orange. Delicious. Hey, you gotta eat your oranges because you know what? You don't want to get scurvy. Full of wonderful calcium. How many more things can I say about oranges? I like, oh fuck. I was gonna say I like the pink dots. They're very Miss Pac-Man themed. With their pink bow. Actually, her bow looks actually red here, not pink. I think they've made a gigantic oversight with this Sega Genesis version, making her bow. No, I think it is red, isn't it? Pretzel, which you'll see is my icon. I think our pretzel looks far superior to this lousy pretzel. This pretzel doesn't even have salt on it. I mean, come on. What good is a soft pretzel without some good old-fashioned salt on it? Come on, Sega Genesis, get with the program. Fucking shit. I was just gonna try to get over that one. So it is a little strange the way they block things off, I will say that. Can I eat the pretzel? Is the question. That is gonna be kind of difficult to get. Oh boy. If he keeps going that way, I'll be alright. Yeah. Oh yeah. Salt. Now we're on the pink level. I used to play the Commodore 64 version of Miss Pac-Man and absolutely loved it. Somebody was asking me on my last stream of F-Zero Maximum Velocity if I would be doing any more Commodore 64 streams, and I'd love to if the Commodore wasn't so If it wasn't so problematic to get it to work. It can be a little bit difficult to get functioning correctly. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Making all the Schoolhouse Rock fans happy today. Boom. Let's work our way through his side. And we got the apple. It's a damn good looking apple. Oh, that's right. Eat that apple. Eat it up. This is gonna not be easy to do. I am in a heap of shit here. Oh boy. Okay. If I do this, it'll be a fucking miracle. Nope. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, so far, a very nice, clean version of Miss Pac-Man by Tengen. Not Tengen. I like the title screen there. It looks pretty nice. By the way, we're looking at this now in RGB SCART. Sega Genesis. That's why it's looking very nice compared to my last stream of F-Zero Maximum Velocity that looked like shit because it was composite. We're gonna do, there's normal arcade, there's strange, which we just did, there's mini. Let's try big. Let's try big. Boom. Bridgeman says, Miss Pac-Man sure swallows a lot. You know, she really does. But if you think about it, Pac-Man really swallows a lot too, doesn't he? And so does Junior Pac-Man. They're all really a family of expert swallowers, if you think about it. It's not just Miss Pac-Man. Don't single her out. The whole family likes to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Is a delicious cherry. By the way, so what's big about this? I don't see... See, I was expecting like a Super Pac-Man type of thing where she would get real big, but doesn't seem to be anything like that. So I'm doing something wrong. Or it comes later, maybe. Strawberry fields. Nothing is real. That's the soundtrack. It's fantastic. If anybody knows what I'm doing wrong here to make, like, how exactly is this big? I don't get it. There's nothing big about this. I think this game looks really, really nice, though. I have to say, it's a very nice looking version of Miss Pac-Man. Controls very well, no complaints. Ghosts look good. Extra Miss Pac-Man. Do I have a favorite game soundtrack? This game, by far. My favorite game soundtrack of all time, Miss Pac-Man on Sega Genesis. Here, you just wait 1 second and the soundtrack will play again. I'll let you know when the soundtrack comes on. It's a quiet area right here. But as soon as it comes on again, I'll let you know. Here it is. My other favorite video game soundtrack is actually Space Invaders. That one's a little different though. It goes like this. Waka waka. Honestly, probably like I love Mega Man too. Dun 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 dun. So good. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I would say Mega Man 2. It's the fucking catchiest music ever. So good. And every level is like that. Every level is just so fucking catchy. Fuck. Not as good as Do the Mario. Ah, you might be right, Bridgeman. Swing your arms from side to side. But that's from a TV show, not from a video game, you see. So that's why we can't include that. But it is one of the best. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Do, 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 do. Now on sale, Mike sings the Nintendo game classics. Or, what's that? Fucking. Do 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 do. Or. Da 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 da. Dun 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 bum bum ba da 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 dun 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 bum bum ba da da dun 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 dun. Oh my god. Yeah, this whole stream has become me singing Nintendo soundtracks. All because one person asked me, Mike, what is your favorite video game soundtrack? It's a very hard question to answer because there's so many great video game soundtracks. I really love the music to Batman on NES. I think that has one of the greatest soundtracks. Obviously DuckTales. And not just the Moon music. I like the other music in the game too. Like the Amazon and other levels. And by the way, so I'm still going in this. I still see nothing. Fucking, I was going for the thing. I still see nothing big about this. See how it says normal big, and at the beginning, you know, it's like mini. The strange one I understood because the levels were like blocking me, and it seemed strange that you were getting blocked off because normally the game doesn't do that. But this, I don't see anything big about this. What's so big about Miss Pac-Man mode? I don't know. I really don't see anything very big about it. I'd love to grab that apple. Apple, 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 yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank God. Come on! Fuck. Ah! Oh, it's not done? But where's the other Pellets! Oh no! Where's the other pellets? I thought I finished it out. They must have been down at the bottom and I couldn't see them. Son of a fuck. And that's what's better about the arcade version, I guess, because you can see the whole screen, right? I believe. See? It said maze selection big. Maybe that means because of what I'm just talking about right now. Let's see if I go to arcade. Let's see what mini is. Let me try mini. No. Because I thought maybe that would... Oh yeah, well... Yeah, actually maybe that is. See, mini you can see basically the whole screen all on your screen. That makes no sense. You can see everything basically all at once. So I can see the entire screen. That's what that means. So big means... Big is more like Junior Pac-Man. So they're talking about the maze itself. And when they say strange, they're saying that the maze itself will have a strange layout. So, okay, I thought that it was going to have to do, like when they said big, I thought Miss Pac-Man would become big, like in Super Pac-Man. So that's not what it is. It's all about the variation of the mazes. I see. Okay. Well, let's see the other... What does Classic Arcade look like? Classic Arcade would... I would think be kind of thin. Like, let's say. See, I'm not sure what the difference between that and big is. That seems practically the same. Let's look at that. Okay, I'm looking at that. And now I'm going to switch to big. I just want to see what the difference is. Maybe it's just a bigger. There's more dots. I think is what it is. It's a little bit of a bigger maze. Okay, I think that's what it is. Great explanation. Yeah, wonderful explanation. Okay, we'll play one more round of this. One more round. Last round. Like I said, this is going to be a very short stream here. Big, mini, arcade. Okay, we'll just do arcade. Looks stretched, yeah. I'm just going to do one last game of this, because I did say this is going to be a short stream. But, in all sincerity, I love Miss Pac-Man. I love all the Pac-Man games. Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man. A lot of people don't remember Professor Pac-Man, which was a quiz game version of Pac-Man. I'd like to stream that. Baby Pac-Man, of course, was a half pinball game version of Pac-Man. Which, fuck. Let me not do that badly. Then there is... What other versions of Pac-Man? There's Super Pac-Man, where you actually get, I think, green pellets, and there are keys to open doors, and then you get the green pellet, and Pac-Man basically becomes really big, which is what I thought was going to be going on here. Then there's all different ports of Pac-Man. You know, you have different versions on NES, Sega Genesis, Commodore 64. Pretty much every video game console that ever existed. In fact, I want to say every video game console that ever existed probably had some version of Pac-Man. I think you'd actually be harder pressed to find a console or computer that didn't have a version of Pac-Man. And that would actually be a challenge for you guys, is to tell me what console did not ever have a Pac-Man game on it. And I don't know if there was any. The only thing I can think of, maybe off the top of my head, is the Virtual Boy. Was there ever a Pac-Man game on Virtual Boy? I don't believe there was, as far as I know. So Pac-Man, or Virtual Boy, might be the answer there. But I don't think we're really missing out. The Jaguar, was there... Oh, that's true. Magnavox Odyssey, because they had Casey Munchkin. Was there... That's a good question. Was there a Pac-Man game on Dreamcast? So, possibly Dreamcast? The Switch? Well, the Switch's lifespan is not done yet. We can't include consoles that the lifespan of the console is not done, because there could very well be Pac-Man on the Switch eventually. Or some type of Pac-Man game. And with Pac-Man making an appearance in the, you know, Smash and Mario Kart, I wouldn't be too surprised if something happened. Strawberries. Boom. Tiger.com Pac-Man. There's Namco Museum on Dreamcast. Okay. So there is a Pac-Man on Dreamcast. N-Gage? Did N-Gage have a Pac-Man game? What if Namco was like, no Virtual Boy? No! Thanks, R. Coles, for subbing with Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, this is me sounding like a broken record, but what are you gonna do? A little shameless self-promotion can never hurt. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to me for free. I like the colors on this one. I really want to eat that orange. This game is making me want to eat oranges. Oh no. I should not have gone that way. Wow, 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 wow. I actually even have a version of Pac-Man on the CDI, believe it or not. Sega Saturn? Was there no Pac-Man on Sega Saturn? I don't think there was an N-Gage version, as N-Gage didn't have a big library. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So there are some consoles and systems that didn't have a Pac-Man game. But the point is, the majority of them definitely did. God damn it. I keep fucking up here. But this is going to be about the end of this Miss Pac-Man live stream. I just wanted to show it because something I had, and I love the Pac-Man games, and just like with Mario, I did say at some point I'd like to play every version of Pac-Man. Because I love Pac-Man. One of my favorite video game characters and franchises. And I just like looking at the differences between them. And this one I'm pleasantly surprised with. It's a very nice looking version of the game. Sega Genesis did a great job with this port. Unlike the Atari 2600 version, which has the flickery ghosts, which I only really like for nostalgic reasons. It's not, I don't know, it's not terrible. It's terrible, but it's not, because it's so nostalgic, you know what I mean? There's the pretzel. And this playthrough hasn't been anything about me trying to get any high scores or anything like that. I'm just fucking around here. Just wanted to look at this version of the game. Oh boy. This is a bad situation. There we go. You like my coloring book streams? Miss Pac-Man was way better than Pac-Man for the 2600. Yeah, if you want to just talk about Atari 2600 versions, yeah, I agree with that. Miss Pac-Man was far, 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 far better than Pac-Man on the Atari. Oh, come on. But actually, I think my favorite on that, it was very hard, but I think my favorite was Junior Pac-Man. It had the scrolling screen, and it was really fast-paced, but I actually really liked it a lot. Which at one point I did a Junior Pac-Man stream, but of the arcade game, not the Atari version, and maybe I'll do that sometime. Fucking shit pickle. Alright. Well, what can you say? It's Miss Pac-Man for Sega Genesis. It's a good version of the game. Try it out. Can't hurt. It's a good version of Miss Pac-Man. These pretzels are making me thirsty! Why doesn't Miss Pac-Man have a gun? It's not that kind of game. Ever play Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures? Yeah, I have. It's meh. I love how Mike lures the ghost into his traps. Mike, naked stream at 10,000 followers? Followers? No. Subs? Maybe you have yourself a deal. I would like to see an Action 52 stream. I could borrow it from James, it's possible. All fruits and then a pretzel. Yeah, that's a little awkward, I guess. I'm glad that there's pretzel in there because I like pretzels and I like fruit too. So I think that's a good mixture for me. Do you know the Pac-Man rap from the 80s? It says Jimmy No Neck. Well, Jimmy No Neck. I got Pac-Man fever, driving me out of my mind. I got Pac-Man fever, driving me crazy. Something like that. Pac-Man fever. I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. What is your least favorite Pac-Man? I've never thought so hard about anything. Versions of the game where they changed it up too much from what it is. Like, I like Pac-Man 256. I like the championship shit. I feel like there was some kind of weird ass version on like GameCube or something that fucking sucked. I'm trying to remember. Or some of like maybe the 3D versions. Ones that are like, I can't think of the titles of them, but there's definitely ones that are terrible. I know the Pac-Man 2 New Adventures, I don't really like that. Where's the Pac-Man emote? Pre-goth. It's... I'm doing Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man stuff as the badges. The badges are all Pac-Man. So there's plenty of Pac-Man. Lots of different game modes. Pack in Time. I don't go to any articles. Remember the Pac-Man Christmas special? I do remember it. And I remember the Pac-Man records, too. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll probably get back to Mario on the next stream. I think I have I have to look. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. If I can find the Game Boy Advance versions. I looked, but I couldn't find them, so it might have to be something else. But thanks for watching, guys.